Okay, so today we're going to look at the quotient rule. Alright, now let's just remind ourselves of the product rule first of all. So if you remember from before, we have two functions, u and v, called. If they are multiplied, u is multiplied by v, then we get a new function called the product, okay? Written like this, so they multiply there, y equals uv. Now suppose we want to differentiate the product function, then we've got to use that formula. So if you remember, dy dx is equal to v du dx plus u dv dx. Now if we have a quotient, however, where essentially two functions u and v, where u is divided by v, as we've got here, okay, then we get a new function that's called a quotient. Now to differentiate a quotient function, the formula looks a little bit more complex, okay, but ultimately it's very similar. If you notice, we've got the v du dx and u dv dx, but there's a minus this time instead of a plus, which is what we've got in the product rule. So it's essentially the same as the product rule, but a minus, okay. So it's important you do it in that order, v du dx minus u dv dx, and then once you've worked that out, you divide the whole thing then by v squared, okay. So we'll go through some examples now to show you the process you should take.